It is very common that a spiritual awakening journey turns into a spiritual lifestyle. For most spiritual adepts, when you first enter your awakening journey, you don't always, you don't know what's happening. You don't know what to do. You may have never heard anything about spirituality. And so your first instinct is to go out and search. And so what you find is different areas of spirituality, different meditation, different meditations, healing, different types of meditation, different healing modalities, different retreats, so what you do is you start practicing all that in hope for in hope for a progress in your journey. But what an awakening journey is really about is it is you, your attention, your awareness. That's what you truly are. That's stepping out from the mind and making its way to the source of your beingness. And doing so, transmuting all the pain and suffering that you accumulated. Is more like your attention now start digging into your beingness and transmit on its way to the source of your beingness, transmit all the pain and suffering that you accumulated until you reach the center of your beingness. And there you learn how to be awareness. How do you do life in the deeper dimension? You don't know that when you start your journey. You just step out from a world based on fear and made your way, transmit all your fears and made your way to a dimension based on love. And so you need to learn how to be there. In fact, it's more like, for example, in a world based on fear, you don't necessarily allow a desire to be if you don't have money to satisfy that desire. But in the deeper dimension, you allow desire to be because you know the desire is self-fulfilling. The desire that you sense, the love for an experience that you are sensing, that you are feeling, comes with its own fulfillment. So your awareness is, your mind now can be corrected so that you think from love. So when you are out there running around, trying to going on sessions and so on, your attention, the one thing that can dig out all those fears and transmit them is not turned within. Your attention is out there. It's not. You are not giving yourself a chance to awaken, to transmute all the pain and suffering that you accumulated, you see. So you end up practicing spirituality year after year, and yet nothing happens. When I started awakening, I entered a lot of groups, jumped from group to group and so on. And I've seen this trend, a lot of spiritual adepts that kind of lock themselves in groups, instead of actually getting their hands dirty, because I mean, it's an awakening journey is a hard work. You need to do the work. You need to transmit all the hell that you created for yourself. I meditate a lot. When I was still meditating a lot, I meditate several hours. Almost everything that I do is a form of meditation. And either I'm contemplating or I'm just in my beingness. Even when I'm watching TV, I sense my beingness in the background. I'm always rooted in the beingness. And I do some traditional meditations, mainly silent meditation. Sometimes I listen to the music I love just to when I'm meditating, because sometimes I don't need to go so deep. I just enjoy the music vibrations streaming through my ears. Just put me in the mind. When you are listening, for example, to a music the mind doesn't know anything about. I listen a lot to epic music because it's just different vibrations, constantly changing vibrations, so the mind cannot repeat or try to imagine the vibration that's coming after, and so the mind is at ease, and it's very easy to enter your presence. When the mind is at ease, you find your attention easily, and you can drop your attention to the center of your being and just be. So it is good to practice some kind of meditation. It's necessary. It's necessary to meditate. But apart from meditation and contemplation, that's also very, very, very good, because when you are contemplating, questions are brought up to the mind. Questions come up to the mind, and then you receive answers. You ask right questions. When you are not busy thinking about your life, my life is see, my life is so, or she said that, or he said that. When the mind is not busy or judging or comparing or whatever the mind is doing, when it's not busy doing that, you actually can ask big questions, questions that will actually provoke shifts, some shifts within you, because when you receive the answer, it's mostly something that you didn't know before. It may cause some fear to come up and be transmuted, and when those fears are transmuted, you receive the wisdom, and then you progress in your awakening. So those are actually the two main spiritual practices that I've been doing since I stopped searching. If you've been listening to my journey, you see that after around 6 months, I decided I found myself. And so I stopped searching. And what I could feel was that now my attention was now split. It left the mind. I could actually sense my attention to be what I was, to be awareness itself, to be the field of energy inside the body. And I could see, I could sense, I could feel the person, the ego, completely separate from what I am. So you see, you need to come to a decision that you are awareness. You need to convince yourself of that. I use maths to do that. I use simple truths to do that. I talked about it in one of my videos. Of course, when you are fully aware, you can do whatever spiritual practice you want. But prior to that, you need to get your hands dirty and actually do the digging. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, if you are on your journey to awaken, you are ready to be fully awake. You just have to do the job, you know. You just have to turn within and actually face your fears. The quicker the quicker you do that, the easier it will get. There is a risk that you give up if you chasing all kind of spiritual practices after 3, 5, 10 years and you're not getting anywhere, chances are that you give up. But the truth is, you don't need more than 6 months to dig up the what that which is right there, preventing you from sensing your beingness. It's not that difficult to do. You see, a spiritual journey starts with a pure intent to awaken. You see, you can't just, it's not a lifestyle. You cannot try to awaken. You have to be there where there is nothing else for you in the mind, in the world. You see, you come to a decision that your growth has ended in the world. Your tree cannot grow anymore in the world. And so you step out. That's a pure intent to awaken. It has to be deep. It has to come from deep within you. Because the pull of the world, of the mind is quite intense. It's hard to resist it in the beginning if the intention, your intent to awaken isn't deep enough. You see, you will be pulled all the time to the world again, because the pull is quite heavy in the beginning. But when the intent is pure, nothing can stop you. There is nothing that can stop you when the intent is pure. It's like it's more than 50% of the job done there already from the start, you see. And then you need to find a way to convince yourself that you are awareness. Because the nature of awareness is that is so that you cannot find it by searching, because when you start awakening, everything you know, what you know yourself to be is just an object of the mind. So that object of the mind is searching in the mind after awareness, which contain the mind. You see the paradox? So there is no way for you to search awareness and find it. That's one reason. Another reason is that awareness is infinite. So no matter how much you learn, you can never learn yourself up to infinity. You know, it's like infinity is infinite. What you are learning is just a scope, you see. That's also another reason for you to accept that truth, that you are awareness. And then awareness itself, awareness reveal itself to you step by step. As you start digging, you see, because you have already a knowledge bank, a wisdom bank in the pain and suffering that you accumulated, there is already some basic wisdom there, a lot of wisdom there that will take you to almost 60 to 70% of transcending the world, actually, because every pain and suffering that you transmit, you will free the wisdom contained in that pain and suffering, and so because you have the wisdom, you transcend that experience, you see. So pure intent and a pure, a firm belief that you are awareness. And now the cycle of allowing, letting go, and surrender can begin, because now you start to trust that your attention will do the job for you. The only thing you need to do is to allow it. What happens when you allow an experience to be, or a fear to be? What will happen is that the moment you allow it to be, there is no resistance anymore. Before you allow something to be, you always try to fix it. You're thinking, how can I do this? Maybe if I do this, I can solve this problem by doing this and that and so on. But the moment you allow a situation, event, or experience to be, you feel a sense of relief, because now you don't need to fix anything anymore. So you enter automatically letting go state. You see, it's like you allow it. There is nothing. There is no resistance anymore. So now the healing can begin. The transmutation can begin. Awareness now can, because you free yourself from trying to solve anything, to do anything. Your attention now can start healing that pain. You see, and you move completely to a letting go state. It's like the moment you allow something to be, you move automatically to letting it go state. It's not like you start now trying to let it go, because you already, there is no resistance anymore holding it. So it's already on, you are already in that state, you see. So when awareness finish transmuting that pain, you are in a letting go state. Now you can start receiving wisdom. So what do? You surrender to that wisdom, because you didn't know that before. Let's take for an example of a duality, to good versus bad, or right versus wrong. I mean, we have countless of that duality in action in every second of your life experience, you see. So this is something that you don't know anything about. So when you receive a wisdom telling you that good or bad right or wrong are just attributes for you to judge something. So if you don't need to judge something, you don't need to use those attributes. You don't need those attributes. The moment you transcend judgment, you see that all those attributes become obsolete. They become just concepts in the mind until they completely disappear from your awareness. So let's say you receive that wisdom. You didn't know that before. So you have to surrender to that wisdom. You don't go and start judging that, you see. Because if you start judging that, I mean, the mind can come up with a million reasons why there has to be good or bad. So just surrender to whatever it is that is being revealed to you. You surrender to it. And that's it. You see, so now you have a wisdom. The next time you will probably feel a shift, maybe not, but the next time you enter another cycle of allowing, letting go, and surrender, you will enter it with a deeper wisdom, deeper love, deeper compassion, whatever it is that has been transmuted. You will enter the next cycle with a bit more relief, if not peace. So awakening journey is actually it's a defined job, a defined work that you need to do. You see, and then when all your fears are transmuted, you automatically transcend all dualities. You see, all your fears are transmuted, you received wisdom, and now you are in peace. You are in a deeper dimension. So you can start receive deeper wisdom, you see, that will now start to pull you completely away from the world of fear. You see, for the example I gave before, if let's say you want a coffee in the world, you will check your pocket before you even allow yourself to feel the desire for a coffee. But in the deeper dimension, you allow the desire to be. You don't even know, you don't even think about where it's going to come from, because you know the desire is self-fulfilling, and you know one way or another you're going to have a cafe because the desire is there, you see. So those kind of wisdom starts to pop into your mind, and just now you are in the surrender mode. It's not anymore the allowing and letting go. You are beyond that state, you see, because now you recognize that life is what you are. You can sense that. You can sense that peace within you. You see, even when you are thinking, you can sense that awareness underlying everything. So there is there is nothing to judge. Whatever you turn is just perfection. You see, you see perfection, 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 well-being. So the only thing you need to do there is to surrender. to whatever it is that is being that's coming up to the mind. And that's it. That's what awakening journey is about. Now you see, there is no much of spiritual practices there, is there? It's just, I mean, you're going to meditate a lot, but that's also just awareness doing that for you. You see, you don't really, I don't really plan to meditate here or there. Like sometimes I just like, okay, I'm gonna go watch TV, and then I'm laying there meditating, you see. So it's more like awareness now takes over, and you don't need to think about it anymore. You may feel like you want to go out, and then you will go out, and then you will realize it feels good to be there, to be outside and contemplate the nature and so on, and you will come home and you will feel great. You see, you will have been transmuting a lot when you are doing that. So going out and seeing a butterfly and starting to interpret the butterfly, what it means spiritually and so on, or seeing a snake and start interpreting. Of course, I did all that, but that isn't really what awakening journey is about. You see, awakening journey is that you are there and you just, I mean, you haven't created a bird, have you? Or a tree or water, or I mean, when you see that, you enjoy the bird flying by and singing and so on. That's like, you see, that's gratitude there, just the energy of gratitude that you are actually just feeling in your body. You know, there is no need for you to interpret the bird, what it means spiritually, to feel good about yourself. Just enjoy the bird. You see, just enjoy the bird singing. Just enjoy that tree just being there. Boom. You see, just observe it and enjoy its beingness. Or a butterfly, it is very beautiful. A butterfly is a very beautiful creature. Let's look at it and just observe that beauty. You know, you haven't created a butterfly, and yet you get to enjoy it. Or a cup of coffee. It's like there are countless human beings part on your contributing to that cup of coffee you are holding in your hand. You know, I don't know how to grow beans, coffee beans, or make I mean, but whenever I feel a desire to have coffee, I have my coffee. This is can you sense the gratitude in that cup of coffee? You see how so many people have contributed for you to have your cup of coffee. That's like immense love in that cup of coffee. There's no fear there, you see. You don't need to go like, oh, this cup of coffee is brought to me by so many people. And so just allow awareness to reveal that to you. You see, it's like sometimes just a cup of coffee, I can sit in the balcony and have a cup of coffee and can't help but start crying, because the energy of gratitude that is running through the body is so intense that the body can't handle it, and healing starts like automatic healing. The body, I just start crying, not me crying, but the body is like crying out. See, when you don't try to conceptualize everything and making it into a spiritual practice, a spiritual lifestyle, awareness does the awakening for you. So if you have been practicing spirituality for years, more than 2 years, I say you should take an inventory of your spiritual practices and really define or just be honest with yourself. What is it that they're giving you? What is it that are you progressing in your awakening, or are you just dragging your feet and trying to be spiritual? You can't lie to yourself. You know if you are in peace or not. You see, if you've been practicing spirituality for over 2 years and you don't feel any closer to peace, you know that. So why not just be honest with yourself and start doing the job? I mean, just do the job. It will not take you more than 6 months. If you start today, I will promise you that by 6 months, full-time job, 6 months, you're done transmuting all your fears. And then that's it. That's the only thing you need to do, actually. Just transmit your fears, and all will be given unto you. Thank you for listening.